Good morning. Major General Satish Sahijpal from Retd India coming to you again. I have been talking to you about certain topic which I thought would be of general interest. Last time I had a conversation on data center. Considering the data center, when you look at the entire thing in a holistic view about how the entire thing functions, and I personally felt that it came across as a very complex kind of an issue. So I put across data center combination and how the entire thing actually is put together in a simplistic form. And while we are talking about AI, artificial intelligence, which somehow has become the talk of the town these days, so far, whenever we've spoken about the Silicon Valley equivalent, that is the IT revolution in India, on the forefront, the cities that we've been talking about are Bangalore and Hyderabad. The moment the AI subject comes up, actually, there is one more city actually that is coming and emerging to take the front position. And the city that we are going to be talking about is Vizag or Visakhapatnam. That is going to be the new AI kingdom. And it's instead of calling it Silicon Valley, this could actually be called a Silicon Coast because Visakhapatnam is a coastal city. What happened during 2026, the earlier part of 2026, some very major decisions have been taken with regard to Visakhapatnam, and that is Google. Mr. Sundar Pichai came over and he had a discussion with the government of Andhra Pradesh. He signed one contract that is regarding an AI data center. That's a 1 gigawatt. So far, that emerged as the number one, the biggest and the largest data center in India. And along with that, immediately thereafter, there's another player actually who came and joined in. That was Reliance. That's 1.5 gigawatts. That's even bigger than the one that Sundar Pichai came and signed an agreement on. तो talking about दोनों के बारे में जब हम बात करते हैं तो जब गूगल में सुंदर पिचाई जो कि he's from IIT Kharagpur, so am I from IIT Kharagpur, so please allow me to take pride in that factual position. तो उन्होंने जब आए तो उनके साथ में as far as Google agreement was concerned, along with that there was Adani and Airtel. They have also got a participation in this without going too much into detail. And along with that, immediately afterwards, Reliance Industries have come and signed another agreement of 1.5 gigawatts. So when you put 1 and 1.5 gigawatts, this becomes the largest data center conglomeration in India and one of the largest actually in the world. The reason why Visakhapatnam has been selected for an undertaking of this nature, of this magnitude, is the biggest reason that actually comes forth, and the one that has been talked about the most is the fact that it's a coastal city. And on the east coast of India, there are subsea cables that are coming in from Southeast Asia, there are subsea cables coming in from as far as US. In fact, as far as Google is concerned, this is going to be the largest data center outside of US by Google anywhere in the world. That's quite a remarkable distinction. So we've spoken about why Visakhapatnam. Another reason why Visakhapatnam is, it takes me back, if I may be allowed a little bit of a personal indulgence, is when I was posted at Hyderabad or Sikandrabad, Hyderabad, in that city. Mr. Naidu, Chandrababu Naidu was chief minister at that time. And the way the city was developing and how beautiful that city was being made to look, its maintenance, its cleanliness. Along with that, there was this IT city that was coming up, and huge amount of development took place. And my personal impression then was that here is a leader with a vision and with a will to execute. And wherever he goes, he's going to make stories happen. So lo and behold, this time around, he's the chief minister of Andhra Pradesh. And perhaps if I may start adding up the attributes as to why Visakhapatnam or why Andhra Pradesh is emerging again as the biggest AI center in India, the leadership actually adds up as one of the major factors. The other thing, now we are talking about the investment that is coming in from both these investors, from the Google side and its associates. They are investing $15 billion dollars, and the Reliance conglomerate that comes in with $17 billion. That's, I think, when translated into lakhs of crores of Indian rupees, is a very large amount of investment that is coming into Visakhapatnam specifically and Andhra Pradesh in general. The approvals, because the government, the Chief Minister himself has been personally leading this entire exercise from the front. Therefore, approvals have taken place very rapidly and the entire process has been simplified, and that again is a positive factor as to why this entire exercise has been conducted so rapidly and so fast. When the project gets completed, another distinct factor that's going to emerge is a number of jobs in terms of the AI experts, in terms of, besides the AI, which is going to be about 1 lakh for AI for Google and another 1 lakh for the Reliance. Besides that, there is going to be a huge amount of job generation for the purposes of creating infrastructure. There are going to be roads, there are going to be offices, there are going to be transport, there are going to be taxis, there are going to be residential accommodation, there are going to be a whole lot of other attendant job opportunities that will be coming up actually in Andhra Pradesh in general and Visakhapatnam in particular. So that is again a very major accomplishment for the state and the city. Another aspect that I would like to mention is that as most of you must be knowing from my earlier presentations on the data center actually gobbles up energy, and it's a very energy heavy project that actually comes up. And this, as far as energy contribution is concerned, this is coming up from the Adani. 70 billion worth of energy is being created in India, and out of that, large amount of clean and the green energy is going to come up over here for these two data centers, and that is going to be from their ventures in terms of solar energy and wind energy. So that's the distinct feature that I would like to share with you. And last and the final issue that I could share with you is the aspect of cooling effort actually is extremely expensive in terms of water consumption we're going to come from. So when that question would be asked, and the answer to that is that along with the Reliance data center is also coming up the line desalination plant of huge capacity. I don't recollect exactly how much capacity, but you can imagine with the two largest data centers. And so far that when we spoke about data centers, we always spoke about Mumbai and Chennai, but now Visakhapatnam is going to take the lead and come to the forefront, and to meet the water requirement for the chiller plants, HVAC, cooling efforts, and so on. There is a very huge, massive, large capacity desalination plant also going to be coming up along with that. So far, the biggest desalination plant, in fact, I was reading somewhere that the largest in the world actually, I don't know before making that commitment, but most definitely largest in the country. The desalination plants at the moment exists in Chennai. This one, the one that will come up in Visakhapatnam, would also be of a matching capacity. So I thought instead of saying Hyderabad and Bangalore, here comes Visakhapatnam. But Visakhapatnam is definitely going to emerge as a very major IT or the AI hub in the country. And those of you who would now like to train yourselves, anticipate and prepare yourselves actually in terms of training, education and so on, to be able to come back to Visakhapatnam and seek jobs and employments, then now is the time to start doing that. In terms of the time factors, what comes to my mind is about 50% of these capacities are going to be operational by 2028, and the full capacity generation will happen around 2030. So best of luck to India, best of luck to Visakhapatnam, and best of luck to all of you who would have personal stakes in that city and in these new endeavors. Have a wonderful day, and thank you very much.